and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, with your readings here for April the 15th through April the 21st. Now, I want to thank you all for all the likes, shares, comments, and the new subscribers. If you're new, thank you so much for tuning in, and I really hope you enjoy these readings and that you will come back. If you are returning, thank you. I appreciate your loyalty and support of this channel. Now, these are general readings, guys, so please don't assume that everything I say here applies to you. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you would like a more in-depth personal reading, click on this link here, which will take you to my website. You can peruse the kind of readings that I offer. And what else? I think that's it. Let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your horoscope section of your reading. And I just so you know, this it's for your sun, moon, and rising. And I will be putting the skip times underneath. If you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising and doing some cross-watching, I will give you some skip times in the show more section below. Plus, all the links to the other videos will be below. Just give me a minute to get them together and get them up. Now, where are we? Virgo. Let me put my glasses on. On Wednesday, Mercury moves into your house of death and rebirth. It's also a house of kind of transformation, right? So Mercury is your ruling planet. It's like the mind, the intellect. You know, your key words are I analyze, darling. So it's how you communicate and relate to others will go through a transformation, particularly during the next month. Perhaps the way you perceive others, you may have it may kind of manifest in a total appreciation for loved ones. I feel that this has been kind of going on, it's kind of been changing for you. I feel that you are gaining some awareness in how you are in relationships recently, and this is definitely a transformational time for you, Virgo. Now, on Friday, the full moon in Libra at 29 degrees. The reason I mentioned 29 degrees because this is a very significant 0 degrees and 29 degrees are very powerful. So the symbolism is amplified at those degrees, right? So the full moon happens in your house of earnings and money. So if you're invested in the market, there may be fluctuations, or there could be you could be making an investment with other people's money. There could be kind of an exchange there between your money and other people's money. You might invest their money, as I said. Whatever the case may be, it is likely, there is likely to be an emotional attachment to the results. Oh, even if it's other people's money, it's almost like perhaps there's some fear or frustration around it. Now, on the 20th of April, the moon moves into Taurus. This is Saturday, right? It's the early hours of Saturday. And the sun lands in your house of adventure, and you will see things in a very practical light. It's almost like you want adventure, but you'll be very pragmatic about it. And, you won't be impulsive and because there's been a lot of impulsive behavior over the last few months, but you are going to be really practical and logical. This would be a wonderful time for you to have an adventure in nature. It's like really being, surrounded by nature, perhaps a spiritual retreat or visiting a nature reserve, something like that. And you'll have a very practical and pragmatic approach to this, to these feelings of wanting adventure for the next month. This is now, as long as this lasts in Taurus, it will be in your house of adventure and spirituality. So it's kind of shining a light on that. Now, later on that night, Venus moves into your house of transformation, joining Mercury. The Mercury moved there earlier in the week, and now Venus is moving into your house of transformation, and it's like late in the evening. It's like, it could be, if you're in England, it'll be the morning of the 21st. So this could produce an investor. This could be about other people's money, right? Because it's in the house of transformation, and it's also connected to other people's money. You might come into money. You could have an investment that pays off, an insurance plan that pays off, or something could kind of come to fruition. Something might have matured, right? It's funny because full moons are about endings and completions. So you might have had some kind of fund that matured, and you'll get it. You could have you could have been bequeathed money by somebody as well. If you're looking for an investor in a business, you could, get an investor at this time. This might also manifest in passions and intensity with your partner. If you're coupled, or if you're single, at the very least, a dalliance. Who's to say, Virgo? Anyway, Virgo, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your reading for, this is your reading section of this is your tarot card section of your reading. Oh, it's too late, darling. It's too late for me. Okay. I've already shuffled these offline, but I'm going to do that again, just a little bit on camera, just for you. This is for Virgo, through the 21st of April. What wonderful blessings, guidance, and helpful information can you give Virgo for this coming week? 3 cards for Virgo, please. 3 cards for Virgo. 3 cards for Virgo. What do you have in store? 3 cards for Virgo. Is anything coming out? Yes, finally. Okay, 1 card. 2 more cards for Virgo, please. 2 more cards for Virgo. 2 more cards for Virgo. I'm seriously thinking, somebody suggested I put talcum powder on my cards, but maybe that might make them a little dusty. I don't know. I've got to figure something out. They're a little sticky, those cards. Okay, not so with this deck, I might add. Okay, I digress. These are your clarifying cards. Please clarify. Oh, there it is. Oh, please clarify the 4 of Cups. Oh, there you go. And please clarify the 4. There it is. Oh, wow. Lovely. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, these are your cards. Your first card out is the Strength card. The next card out is the 3 of Cups. Then you have the 4 of Cups. Clarifying the 4 of Cups is the Sun. Then you have the 4 of Pentacles, and clarifying the 4 of Pentacles is the Wheel of Fortune. Turning in your direction. I'm gonna make you love me. Don't go, stay. I promise I won't sing anymore. Well, darling, the Strength card. I mean, yeah, I have to mention my sister Kathleen. I'm sorry. Kindness and compassion. Those of you who haven't tuned in before, my sister is a Virgo, and I'm always telling her kindness and compassion, kindness and compassion. And that's what this is. It's the strength card. Your strength is in kindness and compassion. It's not about criticizing anyone. Kathleen, don't be criticizing me. This is really about, it's really self-control, self-discipline. So when you want to say something, and it's really interesting that you've got a lot going on with your house of communication. Sorry for that noise out there. Well, it sounds like a snowplow. I hope it's not snowing. So this is really about self-control, being self-contained almost. So you've got this lion here and you have this beautiful maiden, and the lion's instinct, right, is to pounce and attack anyone that comes within, near him. But what he does in this instant is he controls himself to really enjoy this moment with this beautiful maiden, so he can really be in the moment and enjoy being loved, if you will, and having this wonderful connection with someone. So I think it's, look, by controlling yourself, having that self-control, you've got the Three of Cups. That's celebration. This is like looking for the magic in every moment. It's like looking for the positivity in your loved ones, because Virgo are problem solvers. So they focus on the problem because they want to fix it, and they're always looking for ways to fix and help people. Their intention isn't to hurt people or they tell you things so that you can improve yourself. So they're helping you in their mind. But sometimes it's, you need kindness and compassion. But this is a wonderful celebratory card. Now, this is also telling you to remember to have fun. I don't know a Virgo that doesn't have fun, though. I know so many Virgos that really enjoy themselves and get out there. But this is definitely, don't forget to do you. Have fun. Kick off your heels. Go out with the girls or go out with the guys and really enjoy yourself. Now, the next card you have is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is like, I'm going to do a picture-in-picture anyway. The Four of Cups is when it's a distraction. It's you're kind of missing what's going on. Because you're in your head analysing, right, and thinking about something that you perhaps can't have, that's, or a disappointment perhaps, or what do I want to say? I guess disappointment is probably the best word that I can use. So it could be self-criticism, it could be criticism, but you're in your head going over the scenario, and by doing so, you are missing what's happening in your life. So right here, there's a gift being handed to this guy, and he's not seeing it because he's, so taken up in his head. His mind's going over and over different scenarios, right? Now, clarifying it is the sun, right? And the sun is, it's shining on you. Now, the sun in your case is moving into your house of adventure, darling. So don't miss the adventure. Sometimes there's opportunities that we just don't see and don't take advantage of because we're not present. So I always think when the Four of Cups comes in, this is kind of, I think I'm also getting regret. So this could be a regret. And instead of being in that headspace, because we can all go there, oh, I shouldn't have said this, or I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have done that, or perhaps if I'd have done this and done that. And then we're going through those emotional feelings, right, because of that. And then we're not really seeing the opportunities because we're so in the regret. Well, the sun is shining on you, darling. Come out into the present moment, look around at what you have and be grateful. Start looking at things to be grateful for. And the next card is the Four of Pentacles. That's holding on to something. Now, this could be holding on to, finance because you're afraid to spend it. Now, this is when the Four of Pentacles comes up, it's saying, look, release it because it's blocking you. See, he's standing there and he's holding this money. Perhaps he thinks his coffer coffer will not be replenished, right? And so he's holding on to it. He's being tight. I can't spend this because it's not going to happen. But money is energy, right? It's actually electronic energy now, isn't it? It's all electronic, basically. I mean, it's very little cash hands, exchanges hands these days, a little bit here and there. But we're moving into a world where it's probably by the end of the 7 years after Uranus has moved through Taurus, it's going to be a total electronic money system. I don't think we'll be handling cash at all by then. So, it's moving towards that. So this is like, release it, darling. It's energy. It's only energy. You've got to give to receive. And I'm not saying go silly and spend ridiculous, but, do something luxurious for yourself. Make you feel pampered, so that that energy will flow from you and to you. And look, darling, you have to release that money. Send it to me. Oh, I'm only kidding. I was really talking to my sister. Kathleen, send that money to me. Release it. Because the Wheel of Fortune is clarifying this. So that means that it's turning your direction. It's like, the Wheel of Fortune is when it kind of goes all the way to the bottom and then it comes up and it turns in your direction. But you've got to release that energy. So, don't be afraid of spending a bit of money, in a way that's constructive. So, a little luxury, making you feel good, a massage, a manicure, pedicure, whatever it is for you. It could be, buying an extravagant meal or something, or going out for a drink. It could be very small or it could be big, but don't hold on to that. Now, having said that, the Four of Pentacles can also mean that you're holding on to something, and that can be a feeling about someone or a feeling about yourself, or feeling slighted by someone and really kind of going through it in your mind, right? And not letting it go. But whatever this is for you, if it's financial or if it's emotional, it's time to let that go, because then you'll release the energy and then the Wheel of Fortune comes in for you. It's turning in your direction. I want to sing that song every time. I'm going to stop myself. Virgo, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, or email it to friends or anyone you think might be interested in hearing it. And if you haven't, and don't forget to comment. I live for comments and feedback, and I always respond. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.